Welcome to our final episode in this wonderful series, which I hope you have been watching. If you have not been watching all the episodes, they are available on our YouTube channel. Please do look them up at any time whenever you are interested in any one of those episodes. This is a series called Career Guidance with Professor Ronald Pinto, where we take you through the various options that choose discipline to study and then choose a career thereafter. We have covered a lot of ground on various areas, including the armed forces, the civil services, the engineering discipline, the medicine, the performing arts, computer science, and so many others. It's been a long series. Please do go through the episodes that you are interested in. This particular final episode is on studying abroad. Now, it's a fancy of many people to study abroad. Before that, I'd like to just mention to you that with me in the studio, as usual, is Professor Ronald Pinto. He is the director of the Institute for Individual Development in Bangalore, former vice principal of the St. Aloysius College, and teacher of chemistry at the highest level for a long time. But he has a certain chemistry with students, and that's very important because he is able to tell them or convince them how best they can go forward in their careers. He does it a lot. He travels Karnataka for the best part of a month and addresses various students at various colleges and schools, starting from the 10th standard onwards. But today he's with me in the studio of News Karnataka, and he's going to focus on studying abroad. Now that's a fancy many students do have, but they also need to afford it, because while studies abroad can help you emigrate to those nations where you study abroad, or get a better education perhaps than what you might get in India, it is also very important to understand whether it is meant for you and how you should go about it. So, first question to Professor Ronald Pinto is, who should study abroad and when should they think about studying abroad? At what level?
Now, people who have enough finances. Now, there are some universities which give fellowship, but education abroad is very costly. It is in dollars or pounds, which compared to India, the money which is many times higher. So, first of all, you should have enough finances. Second, you should be adjusting to that climate and environment. Now, take a country like Canada. So many people are going, but Canada has got, it seems, extreme cold conditions. Even UK, same thing. Australia, New Zealand, Germany. I actually have gone to 12 European countries, and I found during November, December, January, it is very difficult even to go out. Now, moreover, foreign country standards are very high. You should be, what I should say, intelligent and hardworking and persevering. Okay, it should not be like India students in India who do not have any aim in life. They should be aim in life, hard work, and then interest to become very successful in life. Now, such students with the good family background and some contacts in those countries, you are welcome to go abroad.
I just before we get into the other logistics of going abroad, people who go abroad to study generally don't come back. Am I correct, Professor?
Yeah. According to me, at least 80-90% people go abroad to settle there. They find out some means. Okay, Indian students, it seems, are doing far better compared to other nations. And once they go and study and get good performance, that country gets benefit. That's why those people employ our Indians. Among the income earning people in America, highest earners are from India. Indians are hardworking, at the same time very intelligent. Whereas for other country people are happy-go-lucky people, including Americans. So the Indians, doctors, engineers who are going there are occupying top positions, and America or other countries want to retain them. It seems education among foreign countries is very costly. In case you study engineering or medical here, MBBS or B, and go there to that country gets benefit. Our IIT, IIM students, if they go abroad, that country is getting that education at India government expenses, and they are happy to retain them. That's why more and more people of IIT, IIM and other famous institutions go abroad and settle there and don't come back. And India jobs are on reservation basis, merit is very, very less. Karnataka 69% seats are reserved in various institutions, only 31% on merit, and now EWS quota and all, whereas foreign countries only on merit. That's why people find out, okay, that foreign countries only merit is counted and we are rewarded, whereas here we have so many, what I should say, hurdles to climb up the ladder of the success, which is not there in other countries.
One other thing I'd like to mention, and this is from what I've heard from various people who have actually studied abroad, is that the system of education there is much, much different from what we have here. It's more focused on how you, on projects, on assignments, on self-learning, as compared to classes in the coursework and delivery of notes which you copy and then mug up and then come to the exam and then spit out. So I think so you must be forewarned that if you go abroad to study, you will have to use your brains rather than just keep them in the museum. That's very important, I think, Professor.
Yeah, correct. Compared to Indian education, foreign education is mostly practical oriented. So there are very few theories. I was told by my students, in America, professor never gives a lecture. He tells next day what you have to come prepared. So students have to come prepared and students have to ask bombarding questions with the professor. Professor sits, but students are asking. Now professor's knowledge should be great because he has to prepare. At the same time, students are well prepared. And then more project work, more practicals, and not full day work. India is the only country, it seems, where education is full day. In many foreign countries, only half a day the education, half a day they work, earn and learn system. So actually my daughter's classmate went to Canada. She's studying in the morning and working in a restaurant in the evening. Or all expenses are she only is managing. Parents no need to pay. It has been in the blood of the foreign students that they have to earn and learn. Whereas here in India, parents are financing till their post-graduation, maybe till their marriage. And that's why students are not very serious. Second thing is student and staff ratio. In foreign countries, one professor and maybe some 8 students, 9 students, 10 students, and there is no attendance. India, if there is no attendance, students will not come, but there it seems the attendance is not there, but professor is paid based upon how many students attend the class. That means if the professor is best, then the students will attend the class. And for that, professor has to prepare a lot and he has to give the best. The same time, how many, what I should say, research papers he publishes, why foreign people are getting Nobel Prizes and so on is, from the very beginning at undergraduate level itself, research is in their actually blood. And American education is mostly research based rather than the theory based. Here chalk and talk method, we come, we give the lectures and all, such methods are not there. You are learning on your own and you are enriching yourself and you are tested by the professor how much you have learned.
That's true, and please be forewarned about that. But what are the entrance tests that we need to?
This is very important.
I mean, suppose you want to study abroad.
Actually, it seems to lakhs of people from India who want to go abroad, but then all universities will not take them unless they have got adequate qualifications, what we call basic necessities. Most of the countries, they conduct entrance test. I myself finished my MSc in Mysore and wrote to American universities, various universities for higher studies. All of them asked my GRE actually marks, my TOEFL marks, and my college records, a recommendation by the principal. And I was given a number of tests, actually written tests. That time online tests were not there about 50 years ago. I have to write the test and clear the test and then come. So your academic records, then test in your country, and then their tests like GRE and TOEFL, and their recommendations, all these they take into picture and then make the selection.
So GRE and SAT, I think that's
SAT, yeah.
Yeah, those are the, what's the difference? What's the...
Now SAT, Scholastic Aptitude Test, is to enter the undergraduation, and GRE is to enter the post-graduation. Now there are 2 tests called SAT and ACT. SAT is Scholastic Aptitude Test. ACT is American College Test. To enter any college, even their own students, they have to write a test. Here we are taking SLC marks, PUC marks and join a degree college. They are not like this. There it is a must that you have to clear the SAT or ACT for undergraduation and GRE and then GMAT for the post-graduation.
Loyola Degree College, Bangalore, a prestigious institution run by the Jesuits of Karnataka. The institute provides an advantage of choosing between varied choices of subjects in commerce and arts. Being a Loyolite, experience modern teaching and learning infrastructure. Students of journalism have additional guided facilities in filmmaking, videography and photography. Coaching facilities provided for professional courses CA and CS. 3-day national media tour for journalism students and industrial visit for commerce students. Avail attractive scholarships for better learning. Be rest assured of your safety as the campus follows all COVID protocols. Mix and socialize with peers of multicultural backgrounds. Well-equipped library, multiple sports facilities and encouragement to extracurricular activities. Explore more about exciting careers and higher learning opportunities under the guidance of the placement cell of the college. Here, you not only get formal education, but you get education for life. Begin your venture of knowledge at Loyola Degree College.
Be the change by being at Loyola Degree College.
For online applications, visit www.loyolacollegeblr.com and call or WhatsApp at 94482 77758 or 9148229651.
Okay, and this you need a test of English also if you have to go abroad, especially to the countries which use English as their main language, like TOEFL, IELTS. There's the Pearson test also. So what is the difference?
Yeah.
How difficult is it to clear these tests?
I myself have written the TOEFL exam 2 times. Now America is English, which is a mother tongue country. England also same thing, Australia also same thing. Now there, the spoken English and written English is of very high level. Now they want people who are coming there, not simply coming without the adequate knowledge of English. So listening comprehension, then written comprehension, then we have speaking comprehension. So these things are included at a very high level. For example, when I wrote my TOEFL exam in Madras, I wrote it in Bangalore, but Bangalore, the system was not very good, listening part. So I went to embassy of America in Madras. They speak very fast. Okay, sometimes 2 business people, sometimes 2 tribals, sometimes 2 children, they speak. You have to listen to them and write the questions which are given below. In case you are going to a foreign country, you have to move with different types of people and you should know different dialects. Even in Karnataka, you see Karnataka Kannada, Mangaluru different Kannada, then Tumkuru different Kannada, if you go to Bidar different Kannada. Same way, English is spoken in different parts of the countries differently and you should be a master of that. So both written and the oral part. And those who are going for employment, okay, this is called trainers program, they have different exam. TOEFL is, one is for students, very high level it is, and for employees, they need not have no written English very much, but the spoken English. So they are testing on different parameters. IELTS is, one is for employees type, one is for student type. Now TOEFL is meant specially for American schools. IELTS is meant for all other schools. Okay, so there are so many countries with English as the mother tongue, so they offer this. But then they also take TOEFL. So there is not a must that you must write only the TOEFL or IELTS. But some countries do actually say that we want only TOEFL or only want IELTS, especially for nurses. Nursing students, many have gone, but they don't take TOEFL exam, they take IELTS, and IELTS I find is little more difficult, okay, more strict also, and very costly also. One examination you have to pay 15,000 rupees. My actually nephew wrote 3-4 times, you can imagine 60,000 rupees he actually spent on these exams, but he cleared, he and his wife has cleared and now got a job in UK. So if you work hard and if you clear these examinations, you are well placed. In foreign countries, even a teacher's job or a nurse job is very highly paid. India only we have professor's job. I was getting 2 lakhs, whereas my other friends are getting 20,000 rupees. And a primary teacher in India gets about 10,000, college professor gets more, whereas in foreign countries, primary teacher and professor salary is almost the same, and doctors and nurses salary almost same, maybe $1,000 less. Because of that, people are preparing for these TOEFL and IELTS examinations and want to go abroad and get employed there.
Yeah, the grass does seem quite greener on the other side, but unless you go and taste it, we don't know. But you should try. But when you try, you must also keep in mind there are a lot of expenses. There is the tuition expense, there is your living expenses, day-to-day living, your accommodation expenses, your actually your books and reference material and stuff like that. So what are the various expenses that students need to be aware of before they even think of going abroad for studying?
This is a very good question, Brian. Most of the colleges where I go, students are asking, sir, how much I have to pay if I go to UK, USA or Australia? So yesterday I went to Google to find out how much money has to be spent in these countries for a student to study. It seems in all the three major countries, that is UK, USA and Australia, Indian students need about 40 lakhs to 80 lakhs rupees, covering both living expenses and then the tuition fees. Unlike India, tuition fees are very high, 3 to 4 times higher than the living fees. Even living fees, in case you get a hostel in the campus, it is cheap, it seems. But outside, if you say you have to pay the rent, along with that you have to pay municipal tax by the students. For there the police and then fire and then even the scavenger, everything students have to pay just like anybody else. Those expenses come quite a lot. But plus point is, many people get employment in the campus or somewhere outside and they make up, okay, at least half of the expenses they make up. Now those students who are ready to work like that, they can survive. Otherwise your parents should be very rich, quite rich in India. There are many crorepathies, millionaires in India, and they are sending their children abroad with their expenses. But many universities are offering scholarships. In my case, I was given in by America, one Georgetown University, one Catholic University, complete scholarship, and only living expenses had to manage. Similarly, Germany, you might have heard about these days, so many students from Mangaluru are going to Germany, and I found that Germany, tuition fees are completely free, okay, no tuition fees only, but government of India should sponsor them. But only living expenses are costly, but then you work, okay, you work there or get money from the parents only for living expenses. In India, for a medical course, you are paying lakhs or sometimes even crores. Engineering also, if you study in Manipal and all, for 20 lakhs rupees for 4 years. And same thing if you double and study in foreign countries, you have actually more respectable degree. A degree from UK, USA or Australia in medicine engineering is much more valid than in India. Here it is only the mugging up type or chalk and talk method, practical sites are less, and there it is more research oriented, industry oriented, internship oriented, so chance of employment are good and you may get a job there only, you may not come back once you go there.
I think it's highly unlikely that you'll ever come back because as I said, probably the grass is greener the other side, and it also gives you added status, maybe even in the marriage market. I'm not sure about that, but it's possible. I just want one last question, like when should people think to go abroad to study, whether it's at the 10th standard level, that means at the PUC level, or at the graduate level for postgraduate studies, or whatever, which is the best?
Now this is a very, very interesting question, Brian. In foreign countries, education is, I told you, very, very costly. So if you start going from 10th itself for undergraduate courses and all, one thing is fees are very high. So you have to only undergraduation not enough, you have to also go for post-graduation. And many universities in all these great countries like UK, USA, Australia, they don't take people for undergraduate programs, they take people for post-graduation only. Now in case you study MBBS here, in America there is no MBBS, they are studying BSc there in pre-medical science and then directly go for advanced medical courses. Similarly, engineering we call MS. So if you do here BE, your BE is not recognized. You have to go there and again study. So all the students who are studying here graduation, again you have to go there and do one more year course extra. And that's why now new NEP has brought in. NEP is 4-year course. Earlier it was 3-year course. Now it is 4-year course. In the 4th year, we are having practical side, internship based. In America and other countries, same thing it seems. First and second year, more normally theoretical subjects, but 3rd year, 4th year, intensive actually the internship. India was lacking that. In case hereafter, if the people go after completing 4 years, they may consider it is equivalent to Indian graduation system and directly give a seat abroad there for MS or MBA. Otherwise, you have to go there and do one more extra years course, including Ireland. Okay, so many students have gone. They are telling, sir, what's sir, our degree is not recognized there. They have to study more. So I am advising our students, you complete your PUC, complete your graduation, and then go for post-graduation. You get fellowship, your expense will be less. But in case your father or mother has got enough money to finance education starting from 11th itself, undergraduation, you are welcome, but it will be coming quite a lot expenses.
Yeah, and the NEP looks at 4-year course at the undergraduate level. The postgraduate should also be 2 years, if not. They have suggested 1 year, but I think it should be 2 years because abroad, the postgraduate level equivalent is considered 6 years of study. So I think the Indian government needs to look at that at a very early stage because it will disadvantage the Indian students at a disadvantage vis-a-vis foreign students in the number of years of study of post-graduation. I think the grass could be greener the other side. Go give it a try. If you don't have the money, there are scholarships available in the universities. The government of India and government of Karnataka actually do have some minority and other scholarships for people studying abroad. So you could even try those avenues if you'd like to go abroad and probably stay abroad, because once you go abroad after spending so much of money, you got to make it up. So think twice, but it's worth the trouble. If you really have the ability to cope with their education system, where it's more assignment based, more where you have to use your brains more than you have to use your memory, I think you should give it a try somewhere or the other. Scholarships are available, and if you're brilliant enough, definitely you'll get one, even a whole scholarship. The rest of the time, as Professor said, you can get small jobs where you can at least meet part of your expenses. Do give it a try, and we thank you for watching our episode. If you need further clarifications on this particular subject, please do get in touch with Professor Ronald Pinto or any of the episodes that you go through. If you like any clarification, do get in touch with Professor Ronald Pinto. We thank you for watching, for being our loyal viewer for 20 episodes, and I hope you have learned something that will guide you for the future. With that, we come to the end of this series, Career Guidance with Professor Ronald Pinto, and good day to all of you. Thank you.